Good day everyone. I will be discussing my BR223 activity kit wherein based on the case studies that Ma'am K has given us, I will only just choose 3 and give 3 points in each cases. After that, I will state my realizations. So for my first case, the Revisiting Flexible Learning Options or the FLOs in Basic Education in the Philippines, Implications for Senior High School. So my first point is here in this white box. FLOs as the use of media such as YouTube, television or radio as a medium in video education are provided to learners who are unable to attend school in order to fulfill their basic education. So my realization is, I have comprehended that popular media like films, YouTube, etc. are a familiar medium to students that helps gain attention and maintain student interest in the discussion. Thus, it has very high production quality capable of showcasing complex idea in a short period of time. So as per experience, I myself have been busy this pandemic, and despite that, this video lectures, video education made it easy for me to learn anywhere from my mobile devices like my laptop and smartphones. Okay, so my second point on implementing FLOs, it is important to combine educational technologies and explore varied learning resources to ensure that learners are able to access and process information, produce evidence of their learning, and receive feedback from their teachers. So my realization in this lilac box, I can say that technology has the incredible ability to transform education, especially during pandemic, inside and outside the school. As I have mentioned before, not only it affects the way students and teachers interact, but it also empowers us to take control of our own learning process. For me, this type of system does not only help students, but parents and teachers also. It empowers educators to understand each student's unique learning needs. And these realizations, because not all students are gifted with financial capabilities, with gadgets for learning. And that's why it empowers educators to understand each students, because may ara nga issue, poor connectivity issue, lack of load, magasto sa load, and that's why teacher can adjust, no. If may Google Meet, they can just cancel their Google Meet since majority of the class is not there because of poor connectivity. Instead, the teachers can upload in the Google Classroom or sa Brightspace man sang ila video lectures para ma-access ang tanan in time nga may ara na sila sang data or may good connectivity na sila. So the last point that I have wrote here for this case, ICT projects play a vital role in education. It broadens access to basic education, it improves the quality of learning and teaching, and ICTs improve educational planning and management. So my stand in this, the pandemic has driven millions of students to study from home. Indeed, sa nag-pandemic, diba? Everything was online. The rapid development of ICT and its application, as well as other digital devices, has great influence on higher education institutions such as the YouTube, Facebook as mode of learning, and even our Google Classroom and Brightspace. As a student that is embracing the distance learning until now, ICT can be exploited to enhance students' learning accomplishment. In the context of a developing country like our country, Philippines, it is vital to increase technology awareness. Amo gini ang dapat naton subong i-work out, and at the same time i-work out man sang support system naton, which is the government, no. Increase technological awareness and familiarity, promote digital literacy and associated skills, as well as enhance access to internet connections, since this is the problem of most students, kid, and technological devices, the gadgets, the laptops, the mobile phones that we are using when doing the online learning to succeed in their learning, especially in time of the COVID-19 pandemic. And now we will proceed to the case number 2, entitled Breaking Through the Traditional Form of News Communication User Experience Design of Live Broadcast. So my first point here inside this violet box, when watching live broadcast, it is very important for viewers to start and participate in the interactions more than just watching and receiving information. And this is where interactive will take place. In my intake, good stream interaction allows viewers to take control of what they want to know or see during a live streaming session. Beside the fact that you can gain profit with it, since most of the people are doing streaming for monetization, no? Interaction creates relationship, especially if the content is relatable to them, relatable to the audience, no, or up to date in line with the current situation. If this a current situation, you are live streaming, for example, you're doing live broadcast, no, breaking news, and everything is just up to date or just now breaking news. So a lot of people will engage despite the age, and most especially gani subong, no, ang nagapamari sa aton nga news broadcast online are our old ones, our mga parents naton. What's more exciting about the live video format is its audience. Since live video is out there on most platforms, people of all ages are watching and creating live streams. As what I have mentioned, wala ginapili ka edad ang live stream, especially the online live broadcast, ang mga news, no, our parents or grandparents kid nagka-comment man sila sa ga-interact sila sa live stream sa isa ka radio station or TV station. For my second point in this case, the fact have proven over time that live broadcasting allows people to sense the realism of the news, to know and experience the living stories. So my realization is here in this lilac box inside the white box. In general, audiences are taught to perceive media content as realistic if they judge it to be like real life in some meaningful way, or if they respond to it as though it were real. It is the magic of live broadcasting that creates stories or content based on the real world experience that not only one people can feel or experience, but many can and have. And for me, I think that's the reason why people loves to watch live media, especially this pandemic. Everything ara tanan sa social media, ara tanan online, even the news, everything. And then I realized that realism is utilized to create intimate stories that connect the audience in some sort of introspective way. In this point, I iterate that kung diin ang realism dito ang damo audience. Just like ang in example ko kagina, no, doing online live broadcast wherein ginanews ang mga current events nga nagakatabo sa area or sa country. And that's why damo audience nga naga-engage, interact dira, because they are they want to be aware, they agree, or even they like or gustuhan nila ang story, because nowadays we are for reality, 'di ba? So that's it. And my last point in this case, the new augmented reality and virtual reality technology will bring new changes in news live broadcast, and we will advance with the time to create a better live broadcast experience. So I have recognized that in augmented reality and virtual reality, no, we, the audience, can be drawn deeper into the news content. It allows us to see directly through our eyes of a real or imagined subject, and more specifically, ang virtual reality, no, it can create embodied cognition wherein we are able to experience news stories as a first person. Segue ko lang niha, it is connected also with VR and AR. It is not connected with the live broadcast that I am discussing, but I will just set this an example wherein technology is now developing and we can use AR and VR anywhere. In China, I saw a video in TikTok or Facebook, I think, nga in China, there is a store nga may ginabutang nga machine sa imo eyes, and the area is covered with green screen, and that I think is VR, no. Bisan ara kada in a plain room covered with green screen and with just a machine in your eyes, you can feel, you can see, you can talk to your deceased loved ones. Na-touch ako sa ni nga examples ang AR, VR, no, because grabe ang technology subong. They can use videos, you will just pass the videos or photos in that store or what, and then sila na ibahala, no, matindog ka lang da, and then on that machine in your eyes makita mo na da nga though in reality ka, although deceased na, no, patay na ang loved ones mo, pero it's like reality, tutuwad gid nga upuday ka mo Japon, because you see sa machine sa eyes mo nga they are real, they are alive, you are talking to them, you are with them. That's it. So with this, we are able to interact in the technology just like we do in the real world. This is not a broadcast related, but I think this is connected with VR and AR also. Remember the Pokemon Go game, wherein you go places and catch live Pokemons on your screens in the exact area that you'll go. You just imagine, wow, technology is very, very, very amazing. Videos nowadays are very, very helpful. Interacting in the live streams is very helpful. It's very vital. And we will proceed to my last case. The social media influence performative authenticity and the relational work of audience commodification in the Philippines. So my first point in this violet box, the popularity of social media platforms in the Philippines has led to the country being referred to as the social media capital of the world. My realization in this point is that, in my own opinion, without a doubt, social media is becoming a place where us Filipinos learn about current issues and also deliberate and mobilize political action, right? So according to research that I have, the vast majority of the world's population spends approximately 4 to 9 hours each day online, including me. Especially if wala akong may ginaobra, I just scroll on my phone. Not only scrolling on social media, but scrolling on the news, the current situation that we are in. I can say that social media is now the jack of all trades kung sa tao pa, no, for us Filipinos. We can watch news there, current videos if we are bored, even cooking. We can learn ways to cook in food. We can do live stream, we can do live broadcast. That's why media companies can benefit to it. Also, they can monetize if so. We can make content and monetize, and per experience, I use social media to explore business, like my live ukay-ukay selling this year, which gave me a huge amount of savings. This is very helpful. That's why interactive broadcasting, interactive media, wow, it's very helpful, especially for me as a student pa lang, no, gaining that amount of money and just using live selling, live broadcast in social media. For my second point in this case, as a social media economy has formed, successful channels have used video to build a cohesive brand around the creator's personality and on-camera conduct. So my realization in this lilac box, my say in this point is that content creation is the ultimate inbound marketing practice. Not literally in the marketing, but may marketing man nga point. When we create content, we're providing free and useful information to our audience, attracting potential customers to our videos, website, and retaining existing customers through quality engagement. Like, as what I have said, this generation is full of famous influencer or vloggers, just like Zainab Harake, Kong TV. They market their everyday lives on the camera to monetize. That's why most of them are now abundant with money and now very successful because of this live broadcast, no, online streaming, vlogging nga work nila. They showed us that everyday life makes great source of material for telling interesting stories. They know to handle the camera and edit their videos, and they became our virtual friends. As what I have said, grabe ka-helpful ang video, grabe ka-helpful ang interactive media these days. Even this pandemic, in just one video that you edit, that you upload, it went viral, it goes viral, and then you monetize with that. You just have to think that content creation, vlogging, is very amazing, is very helpful, especially to human beings. No source of work, source of entertainment pa. And down to my last point in this last study, strategic relational techniques are more significant in social media production than real content to creator situation, particularly in vlogging, which causes content providers to rely on this as their work due to profitability or monetizing. So I stated these points since I am a fan of vloggers. When I'm bored, I usually look, or I usually watch vlogs, not just entertainment vlogs, but educational vlogs. With this point, it came to my mind how challenging vlogging is. Because before, I told myself, I wanted to do it. But given the time constraint, I was not. And I admire those who do this because thinking about the content to the editing is not that easy, just to make people happy, just to entertain people, no? Kinanglan kung mag-ubra ka vlogs, wala ka sa may ginaubra nga iban. It's just it. Amo lang gid na. Because sa makuha ni before, I want to do it because I have the talent. God-given talent. No? But given the time, I cannot because I'm still studying. I hope when I graduate. When it comes to technique in these times, content that is up to date and relatable to the people are those videos with more views, especially in YouTube or TikTok. It then goes viral, then many of the people, sorry for the typographical error, are doing the same content. This pandemic, the challenge era began, especially when TikTok and YouTube was popularized. Dance challenge in TikTok, the game challenge, like guessing the picture challenge, the do this, do that challenge, and etc. In that way, vlogger influences their audience at the same time while producing money, which I look forward to do also in the future after I graduate. You know, these videos, hindi lang isa ni ang gaobra, tanani ang gaobra. One example sa mga vloggers is their house tour. Not just Kong TV did this, but almost all of the vloggers do that. And dira ma-insert ang technique, strategic relational technique, no? Kaya since nag-viral na siya, why don't you do it also? You have your own too, di ba? So, why don't you produce your own house tour? Like that, to amo na ang inapagwa diri sa relational techniques, no? More than the real content. Like, what is relatable, what is up to date. And that's it for my BR223 activity kit. Thank you for listening.